Hello and welcome back. My name is Tianna Christine, and today we are going to talk about relieving tension from that lower back. If you sit a lot, we really tend to just hinge down, right? We're not really keeping our core engaged, keeping our body lifted. So we want to work on some techniques that's going to relieve the tension within our lower back. So we will need some props for this one. I do love to do props when we're doing just a little quick thing that's really focused on something. So today I'm going to use my bolster. If you don't have a bolster, a pillow is also another alternative that you can use. And then also yoga blocks if you have them. So grab your props, grab your items, get on your mat, and let's get started. All right, let's get started. So we want to relieve that tension in the lower back. Cat-cow is always a really good one to start off with. So with our cat-cow, we start with our hands shoulder distance apart. Our feet are untucked. Knees are going to also be hip distance apart. So you're going to bring your shoulders right in line with the wrists. Inhale, lower the belly, bring the shoulders back, bring the gaze up. On that exhale is when you arch the spine, press into the hands, bring the chin down towards the chest. We're going to do that 4 more times. Inhale, breathe in, gaze up, shoulders back. And on that exhale, arch the spine, bring the chest up. Inhale, reverse. And you can do these at your own breath, however it feels for you. We got 2 more. And last one. Coming to that neutral tabletop position, we're going to bring ourselves to that child's pose. Now, when we come into that child's pose, you're welcome to bring your bolster with you. So if you have a pillow or bolster, just really take it out in front of you. You can have your knees to be alongside of the bolster and really just allow your body to relax here. So you're taking that pressure off of the lower back. And sometimes we might fall asleep in this position, right? It's sometimes really comfortable. So we're taking that pressure off of the back, and then also we're letting the hips fall. So if you'd like to even extend your body further up, you can also do that as well. So you can stay here for as long or as short as you like. These are just exercises and movements to really get you there. So figure out which one works best for you. So this is another one here. I'm going to come up. We're going to take our pillow off to the side. We're not going to use it just yet. We're going to come down onto our back. So coming down onto our back, you can hug those knees in towards the chest. Give it a rock from left to right. We don't really realize that hugging those knees in and getting the knees in, even raising those hips, really helps to just bring it all in. Release the tension on the shoulders. You give your body a rock from left to right. If this feels really good and you'd like to, bring in a gentle twist, you can do a supine twist. So taking those hands out to the side, rather goalpost arms or arms to a T, and just letting your knees fall over to each side. So we'll start here, letting your knees fall over, letting those shoulders relax. So the shoulder that is behind you, letting it fall down, and then maybe even turning your head away from your knees. So not only is that going to work your lower back, it's also going to really work the shoulders, the neck. Just release the tension. If you're feeling really tight and you just can't move the neck, it's okay. Just allow the body to surrender with every exhale. And we're going to bring those knees back up to center. You can hold on to them if you need to. And then take them over to the other side. Again, turning your body away from your knees. So you're turning that gaze away. Those shoulders are going to be open. Allow those knees to be stacked. And the tension release within that hip. This is really good for just releasing that tension. Again, this is another pose that can be held for as long or as short as needed. The longer you hold on to stretches, the more benefit you get. And this is even one that can be done while you're lying in bed. So this one's a really good one, watching TV or anything like that. We're going to bring those knees back up into our chest. And whenever you come, before you come out of it, you always want to give your spine a little massage by rocking those knees from left to right, just as a counter pose to the supine twist. We're going to take those feet down right in front of us. So when we're also trying to alleviate that pressure, we can also go into a bridge pose. Now, all of those things are really good for the lower back. Now, if your back is really tight, it may be a struggle to get into that posture. So this is where we would use our blocks or maybe even a bolster to help us out. So I'm going to show you with the pillow first. So we're going to take the pillow out actually the long way. So we'll lift our hips and just allow our hip to be underneath of the pillow. So typically in a bridge pose, we would push up and push into the feet. But if we're really having a lot of pressure within that lower back, maybe a supported bridge is even better for us. So if you don't have a pillow and you have a block, you're welcome to use that. So I'm going to show you also with the block. So you would take the block and place it right underneath your hips. Make sure it's nice and square, and then allow your body to relax. Adjust where needed. Now, I will say with the block, it's not going to give, especially if you use a cork. Please try to use a foam block for this one, but it's not going to give as much as the pillow would. So if it's handy, try to use a pillow, even roll up a blanket if you need something like that. But this is going to give you a little bit more lift. Now, the benefit with the block versus a pillow is you have the capabilities to keep extending this stretch over time. So right now we have this in the low position, but what if we say, well, I think I'm okay here and I want to get a little higher. Well, now you can actually move that block up to the medium position, because now you can lift that hip a little bit higher. Right? And then you say, well, I think this is good, and I really want to start getting into that assisted bridge pose, and I really want to lift my hips. Well, if you like, you can turn it to the high position, and I'm going to walk my feet in, and you have it on the high. Now with this position, you're really high. Your feet are going to be down. You want to make sure that those shoulders are released. Now this is a possibility, but I wouldn't suggest that you go this high unless you're ready to do your wheel pose, where you're bringing those hands down and really pushing your body up. And for that, you can also use a handy wheel as well. So I'm going to come back down, take it all the way to the low, relax myself here. And from here, if you'd like to extend this and invite the legs to also get a little bit of action, you can take the soles of the feet together and butterfly them out. And now this is actually working those inner thighs. Or you can take your feet out as wide as your mat and then let the knees fall in together. So whichever one you feel is something you want to work on, do you want to work on the inner thigh or do you want to work on the outer thigh? And that's going to be the determining factor for which one you use. So these are really, really good poses that help you get there. So let's take down the block. And then there's one pose that's just really good for just setting that, that spine back to flat. You're hugging those knees in, all the way in, getting that spine nice and flat. And then you can grab the outer parts of your feet for happy baby. So when you bring your knees down towards your shoulders, you're really going to press into the feet. So you're getting that back as flat as possible. The hips will come up. The shoulders should be relaxed. The neck should be relaxed. You're pressing into the feet. Now you're also working your hamstrings on this one too. And this one's another one that can be done in bed, especially if your back is tight. Maybe something on a flat surface might be too much. So you can always add a rock into it, really releasing that lower back. If you like to stretch out the calves, you can straighten one leg and bend the other and do the same on the opposite leg. Those are all really, really good practices. Now, when you want to come to stillness and you want to relax, we'll take our bolster one more time, and I'll actually move this bolster up. We're going to extend our knees out and have the bolster underneath, allowing our body to rest here. Now, this is a supported shavasana where our knees are bent. If you want to do this without the bolster, you can still bend the knees and you just don't have the bolster underneath. So whatever one's comfortable for you. Sometimes when we bend our knees, we take that pressure off our lower back. So it's really nice to just be able to lie here. You can release the feet down if you have a bolster supporting you. Really taking that pressure off of your lower back. This is great to just come to the breath. Be able to focus on the rise and the fall of your chest. Let the tension of the day wear off. Let your body come to stillness. It's okay to even meditate within this position, to come to your thoughts within this position before you wake up and really prepare yourself to start your day. You can take this position and just really see how things flow after you come out of this position. Shavasana isn't all about just lying there. You know, it's still active, although it's a very passive position. You're still relaxing the body. You're still bringing awareness to your body. So in order to come out of that, you can still hug your knees into your chest. I'm going to move my bolster. You can come out of it by turning to one side and pushing yourself up into a seated position. Giving yourself a little rock before you start your day, right? So I hope that all of these little positions really help to just give you that confidence to know that if I'm having lower back issues, maybe I don't have time for a full yoga class, but I can do some of those things that are right here on the mat. So these are postures that can be done just sitting down, just in the bed. There's no standing ones. We didn't do any standing ones, but there's tons of standing ones, especially forward folds. So I would suggest when you do get up that you do an extended mountain pose, bringing those arms up overhead, and then forward fold to really release the rest of that tension. So that's really it. Those are ones that I go to. There's tons, but this is one to just give you the basics on what you can do. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it brought you a little bit of some relief from your lower back pain. And let me know how you enjoyed these postures and if you plan to incorporate any of them within your day and your daily life. I thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. one more thing before you go. Don't forget to like this video and also leave me a comment below on how you enjoyed today's practice. I am very, very interested in your journey and how you're enjoying your classes. Please remember to also subscribe to the channel and then also hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I go live. I hope to see you in the next video, and until then, don't forget to live life with intention.